Alright, now this is something I don't normally do, but since it's the end of the year, I figured, you know what, it'd kind of be a fun one-off video. We are going to be looking at my Spotify Wrapped. Now, I'll be completely transparent right away. I don't really listen to music, mainly on Spotify. I don't really use that for music. If there's like a music Wrapped for YouTube, maybe I'll do that instead, because that's normally where I listen to a lot of my music, but I figured why not, because I do praise music a lot in the stuff that I do. And while this can sort of be a look back on what I've really listened to and a lot of the shows I watched and what led to me listening to the music, this is going to be a little different because obviously I'm going to be recording it off my phone just so we can get all the fancy stuff on it. So yeah, let's get going. Why? Oh, it's the is the quintessential quintuplet song. Why did it start with that? I mean, I listened to that song a fair amount. That wasn't this year though, was it? Quintessential quintuplets I watched last year, but I guess I listened to that song a lot this year. Yes, River, Vinland Saga. Oh, River, take me out. Now, obviously, the audio I'm gonna have to mute, but I listened for 11,000 minutes this year, putting it in the top 30%. That doesn't seem like a lot, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, again, if you took the amount of time I listen to music on YouTube, like, I feel like that triples that, but when I do Spotify, it's mainly when I'm, like, driving. I'm looking for a very specific quality of song. My biggest listening day was April 9th with 449 minutes. What was I doing on that day? I don't remember what was happening on that day in which I was listening to that much, and that was my most listened day. There must have been a day when I was driving a lot or something, but... Rumbling, alright. You played 96 songs this year, alright. And one song again and again and again. I'm guessing Rumbling? Alright. This is more recent, though. Again, this is within, like, the last month that I've been really listening to this song. But I don't feel like I've been listening to it that much. Or, like, yeah, there was some times where I was really, like, listening to it over and over again. Of course, I made, like, the OP video, but I feel like I've listened to a lot of other songs over and over again than this one, but sure. It's a great song. I was in the top 0.5% of listeners globally. Well, within that span of time, probably, yeah. I'm sure I would have been way lower on the list when that song first came out. This is from the anime Blue Ride or Aoharu Ride. I really listen to this song a lot. I'm surprised this isn't like in the top. There is a leaderboard. Well, there it is. All right, so we got the Rumbling, this song by Chico. I don't know what the third one is actually. And then River, obviously that's Vinland Saga Season 2 OP1. And then Sweet, that's the Date Alive first opening. Surprised that one's that low, but again, I mainly listen to that on YouTube. You've changed, so as you're listening. This is the Freyrin OP. Or no, it's the ED, my music evolution. Going back to March. This is Vinland Saga, which is the troll theme. March was your manga shonen soundtrack phase, okay. You were really into artists like Yuki Kajiura and Yutaka Yamada. Fate and Vinland Saga, got it. Rumbling again. Jump into May. May was your nerdy anime season. Bro, that's every season. What are you talking about? You were all about artists like Survive, Said the Prophet, I'm Her, and Sweet Arms, right? Again, Vinland Saga, Fate, and Date Alive. This is Fate again. I listened to 78 artists, really? But one had a special place in your heart and ears. Okay, which one? Let me guess. Yuki Kajiura, yes, no shame. No matter the year, she's always gonna be my top artist, I guess. My longest listening streak was 1 day. I don't use Spotify. That streak never ends. I listen to her music like every day. You're a top 17% fan and spend 40 minutes. Yes, not a lot of time. Collectively, it's a lot more than that across overachiever. Yeah, sure. Date Alive OP. Who else got a lot of play this year? I love just the songs it chooses. Yep, there it is. My top artist, Yuki Kajiura. You know what's funny? I've said Yuki Kajiura since I've watched Faye, but it's Kajiura. I know it's wrong, but I'm gonna keep saying Kajiura. Sweet Arms, obviously, Date Alive. Masayuki Suzuki, that's Love is War, the 3 OPs. I'm Her, that's Fate, and Survive, Said the Prophet. That's probably just from Vinland Saga. This is ReZero. Till we meet again. And then this is a Black Lagoon. I'm surprised this song wasn't on any of the stuff. But yeah, all right. There is some more stuff I want to look at, like my Wrapped AI podcast. What the hell is this? I assume this is...
Welcome, Lance. We're your hosts visiting from Google's Notebook LM. We're here to unwrap your 2024 Spotify Wrapped.
Get ready. This year was a big one for music.
Yeah, you were really in the groove.
Shut up.
In the top 30% of Spotify listeners worldwide. That's amazing, Lance.
Okay, I don't know how. I mean, that's a lot of people, to be fair, 30%. The bulk of that, I feel like, was just me listening to podcasts.
11,024 minutes of listening. That's a lot of music.
That's like, wow, that's like a serious dedication to your soundtrack.
Shut up.
Right. And with a peak listening day on April 9th,
I don't know why.
449 minutes. That's like, what, 7 hours of street music?
Wow. I wonder what Lance was doing that day.
Me too, honestly. I don't know what I was doing that day. I think that was a day where I was just like, I'm just going to turn on my anime songs playlist. And I'm not going to turn it off. I don't know what I was doing. This fucking stupid AI podcast.
Conquering a personal challenge or something? That's some serious dedication.
All right,
thanks, man.
To it. Lance, your top track takes us straight into some epic battles.
The Rumbling, TV Size. By Sim.
8 plays, Lance. That's awesome.
That was? Again, I don't know why that's my top song. That was within like the last month. I've listened to a lot of other songs way more consistently than that, but whatever.
Just listening, that's a full-on embrace of the intensity. You know what else is impressive? That puts you in the top 0.02% of listeners globally for this track.
Wow. Only 0.02.
You said 0.5% in the thing, but 0.2%. All right.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you really connect with the energy of this song.
Yeah, you could say that.
Speaking of connections, your top artist this year is Yuki Kajiura.
Yuki Kajiura.
Yeah, Yuki Kajiura.
Shut up. You're not, well, one, you're not real people. Two, even if you were, you wouldn't know who that is.
Minutes spent immersed in her music. That puts you in the top 16% of her listeners. And it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yuki Kajiura's music is like a journey through sound, you know, like so much variety. There's like the dramatic stuff, anime scores, then there's like this really delicate, beautiful classical influence too.
Okay, for once AI was actually based as hell. That's kind of how I would describe her music too. It's like a journey, and for big battles, and it's like the AI described it better than I could. With the classical influence, hell yeah.
So cool.
Right.
All right, let's rewind and take a look at your whole year. See how your music taste kind of unfolded over the year. It's like chapters in a musical novel.
March, you were all about those high energy manga's shonen anime soundtrack.
Mangas. I love AI.
And of course, Yuki Kajiura is right there with you. You've got the Sword of Promise, Victory, Fate Zero, Ver. But you also dove into some Yutaka Yamada, too.
Like what?
Senki from Vinland Saga and Point Zero from Fat Zero.
From Fat Zero. Oh my god, I need someone to make an art of the Fate Zero cover, but everyone's thick as hell. Fat Zero.
It's like March was all about those epic battles and adventures, musically speaking.
Sure.
Then May hits, and it's like classic nerdy anime vibes take over.
Hundreds of plays this month. You're really loving it.
Yeah.
You've got Survive, Said the Prophet, Aimer, Sweet Arms. The Rumbling, TV Size, makes another appearance too.
Yeah.
And of course, we can't forget River by Anonymous.
That's a great one.
Yeah, May sounds like a really fun month, musically speaking.
Then in October, Yuki Kajiura comes.
There's moments like that where just like it seems so natural. It's scary, but then the minute they say names or like any specific stuff, it's like, yep, there we go. I'll never get fucking Fat Zero.
It's like she's calling you back.
Yeah.
But this time, there's Hiroyuki Serrano's Attack on Titan soundtrack joining the party.
Nice.
And we're seeing some new faces in the...
You didn't talk about that in my rap. Yeah, the Hiroyuki Sawano, that's taken over a lot now. I mean, we're in October time, so yeah, that's around when I really was starting to listen to the soundtrack.
Shinsei Kamata-chan, Yoshiki, Linked Horizon. It's like a total musical melting pot, really.
It's like your musical taste was just, you know, it was on a journey of discovery.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't have taste. I have ears. You know, I love like those big orchestral just stuff, like in openings and all that stuff, you know. It's like a melting pot. Like, yeah, that's how you could sum me up.
That's what's so cool about your listening this year, Lance. You didn't stick to one lane.
No way. You explored new artists, like dove deeper into familiar favorites, and really embraced this whole spectrum of musical energy. It's awesome.
It's been such a pleasure unwrapping this whole sonic journey with you. We're so curious to see where your musical adventures take you in 2025.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Until next time, Lance, keep the music playing.
See you later.
What was that at the end? All right. Thank you, guys. Really, thanks for having me on. Such an honor. All right, well, that about sums it up. That was my Spotify Wrapped for 2024. I don't get why people get so insane about this shit. I've seen memes recently where people were just like, if I don't get my Spotify Wrapped within the next week, I'm gonna kill myself. Why does it matter? I mean, it's interesting, I guess. I mean, for me at least, it more just sort of shows me the shows I was watching at the time. The bulk of where I listen to music is off of YouTube, so I'm really surprised that Rumbling is my top song. But I mean, I'm glad it's a great song, but I mean, there's a lot of the other songs on there where it's like, I feel like I listen to those way more consistently, but I guess it's sort of measuring just how consistently, I guess, just because I did like, what, 8 back-to-back things with that, it said, or something like that. Which, to be fair, yeah, after I finished the show, I really was listening to that song for a good stretch of time. But yeah, that was fun. Just pretty much goes to show, I really only listen to anime music when I'm just listening to music, just because that's the shit that gets me going. So yeah, if you also had like an anime heavy 2024, let me know what your top songs were. And yeah, see you in 2025.